What is up, everybody? It's Reverse here today, and we're gonna talk about the leaked PS5 model, PS5 Pro model, might I add. I thought this thing was gonna be delayed. To be honest, I thought it was gonna be delayed till next year because we haven't heard any rumors. We heard rumors. We haven't heard any like announcements. It's been dead silent about this PS5 Pro. So I thought it was gonna be next year, but apparently they're going for a release this year. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not too impressive. Like. We got to get some real details, but for right now, there's these leaked information so far. It's not looking too impressive. So, this is a sketch illustration of the console based on the final design that is provided. See, it looks like a regular PS5 model. It has like a little collar section right here. I don't know what you want to call this. The technical term is like a collar to me. And there's no disk drive. This is a sketch without a disk drive. So, if they think people are going to buy a PS5 Pro, the so-called Pro model without a disk drive, Sony is smoking crack. Who the hell is gonna buy that? I know some of these people will be like, "Hey, we don't want these new age people to be like, hey, we don't want to buy a disc because we don't like the clutter." But no, a person like me wants to buy the disc. We want a disc model because we have a lot of physical games and other physical media like movies or Blu-rays or whatever. So I need a disc drive. So that's a big no go for me if they doesn't have a disc drive. They want you to buy it separately. That's a big rip off right there. Same DualSense controller. So you mean to tell me we didn't even improve the DualSense? Like, we still got the crappy battery life with the DualSense. Like, I mean, Sony kind of avoid the situation because you just plug it in consistently. I gotta pretty much keep mine plugged in a lot, but they at least made the controller, the battery life, a little bit better. That'd been a slight improvement, just slightly better. Because this system been out for 4 years at this point in time. Even if you can't make the battery a little bit better in 4 years' time. But whatever. Expecting an announcement in the first half of September, so that's when they're probably going to give the official announcement for this thing. But yeah, no disk drive is the major thing here. That's a major bummer. I was like, if you have no disk drive, you're going to charge people extra for a disk drive, then I'm not going to buy into this nonsense. I think it's a scam at that point in time. With no disk drive, you're going to charge people extra for it. That's just a scam, in my opinion. I was like, I'm going to play the same third-party games a little bit better with the PS5 Pro. So I'm probably not going to buy this. So let's see what we got to say about this. What are interesting buyers? What are they saying about this? Oof, there is no disk drive. I might pass. Somebody else shares that same sentiment. Like, why would you release the so-called Pro model, the better model with no disk drive? Doesn't make any sense. A digital-only PS5 would be bad, honestly. Imagine paying more than the base console and you still have to purchase a disc drive separately. Come on, Sony. Calling some clowns, pretty much. Okay, so let's just guess what this price is going to be. The regular PS5 in America costs $500. Did they raise it to $550? I'm not sure. I think it's $500. I don't think it's $550. I know other places the price got raised, but I think it's $500 still. Once again, I haven't bought a PS5 since the first release. I don't know how much it is now, but I'm assuming this PS5 Pro is going to be $600 just at the minimum. And then if you got to buy a disc drive, the disc drive is probably like $50 to $80 extra. So, I don't know. It's like they just kind of getting over people with this new PS5 Pro. Because I definitely don't think this thing is going to be $500. So it's going to probably be like $600. So, very pricey to play GTA 6 at a higher frame rate. Let's be honest. That's what most people are going to buy this for. Is for a third-party game like GTA 6. It's not going to be a first-party game that motivates people to want to buy this PS5 Pro. It's going to be a third-party game like GTA 6. So, better have a disc drive. I only buy games physical for console. A lot of people want a disc drive. No disc drive. Oh boy. Troubles like it's already brewing already with no disc drive. A rumor there being no disc drive. So, like I said, with all these rumors, take it with a grain of salt. We don't know anything. I mean, Wire64 is a pretty credible account, but once again, this isn't an official announcement from Sony or anything. It's just rumors. So we got to rely on Sony to give us the actual details about what this thing is capable of. So, but right now, it looks pretty crappy. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta pay more for a console I already own. Then it might not have a disc drive. I'm not really feeling that so far. Then they didn't really change the controller at all. It's the same controller that you get. So, and now I'm mentioning the stick drift, the joystick issue that you get on some of them. I think they fixed that issue. I think they fixed it with the other way of a controller is the most recent one. the colorful controllers, because the original one, I definitely had the stick drift situation with two different PS5 controllers. So I think with the new colorful ones, they fixed that issue. So I don't know if it's still a thing at this point in time, but that definitely was an issue, that Joy-Con drift, whatever they want to call that issue. Not very pro-consumer if you have to purchase a drive separately. Yeah, I'm not seeing the pro other than the only pro is that Sony's getting more money as a pro for them, but not for the consumer. I imagine the exact same PS5 add-on disc drive with a different shell will work with this. By selling digital will suit 80% of buyers and keep the list price down. Disc drives have become more expensive components as the demand for this tech fades away. People always gonna want a disc drive. What are you talking about? I mean, the modern gamer wants a disc drive. Even if we say like people buy games digital, but still people still got a lot of physical media. Surely they won't only release a digital version. So they have multiple SKUs, one PS5 Pro with a disc, and one PS5 Pro without one. Seems like it's just a lot of different models for no reason. I mean, let's see. I wonder if they'll offer some kind of trade-up deal. GameStop usually does a trade-in deal, so I don't see why they wouldn't do a trade-in deal with this one. Why the F would you buy that? If you can buy a PC, all the arguments that were valid 5 years ago don't hold now. Funny seeing the people here claim they won't buy it. There's no disc drive. Physical games are shockingly irrelevant sales-wise. BS. It's like each Black Friday, one of the major things that get bought on Black Friday is games, and those games are physical. So if you want to completely just take that out of the scenario of your gaming habits, then good for you, but I'm not going to do that. I'd rather get games on sale. And it's like with digital, you can only buy games from the PSN storefront, while with physical, you can get discounts on games from other physical retailers or whatever. So I don't want to fully get rid of physical media. You know, people are trying to sprint towards that reality. I'm not trying to get rid of physical media just that quickly, because we get better sales on physical media than digital. Because digital, there's no competition. They can just do what they want with digital. But physical, there's a lot of competition. So digital only, we won. How was that a win with less options? Playing GTA 6. Yeah, most people are going to buy this for GTA 6. That was pretty obvious. Yeah, the disc drive costs $80. Wow. And it looks stupid. I didn't know it looked like that. It looks kind of terrible, but $80 extra? I'm not really feeling that. I just stick on my regular PS5 at that point in time and wait for PS6. If that's, you gotta pay $8 extra, I just wait for the PS6 at that point. No disc drive. The future of gaming is just cooked. Not impressed. There's no disc drive. Yeah, people want the disc drive. Their audience wants that disc drive to be included. So if it doesn't have the disc drive, then honestly people really gonna buy this thing like that. So it's just gonna be a waste of hardware with no disc drive. Let's see. No disc drive, no one's buying. If there's no disc drive, this would be dead on arrival. And once again, this is just the average person on Twitter just giving their opinions about this. This isn't like a hive of Xbox fans who hate Sony. This is just the average person on Twitter giving their opinion about this. They say if it has no disc drive, they won't buy it. This is a terrible decision to have with no disc drive. So hopefully Sony is paying attention, because they haven't really announced anything officially yet. So hopefully they get the memo that nobody wants this without a disc drive. And they're not going to pay $80 extra on top of the inflated price for this Pro to play games at a higher frame rate or resolution. This is why Nintendo effing clears. Sony and Microsoft are both digital only frauds. To a degree. If it has no disc drive, it immediately becomes worthless. Still zero games. What a waste. Should have focused on making games instead. I'm pretty sure the gaming people who make games is a different division in the hardware side of things, but kind of agree. We need more first-party games from Sony. It's been very quiet on that first-party end from Sony. Actively rooting for Nintendo to humble Sony again because they're out of their minds with this crap right here. Again, I want Xbox to do the same thing because I think Sony's making some terrible decisions and they're too cocky as they were during the PS3 generation when they announced the console for $600. They're kind of the same way because they're increasing the price of the PS5 in different regions now. They're a little too cocky now. It's like I kind of want Xbox and Nintendo to humble them as well, to be honest. Don't see a reason why we need a Pro when the majority of games run at 60 currently anyway. I don't know how true that is for PS5. I don't know if most games run at 60, but you know. This thing is gonna be $600, have no disk drive, and still have not any games. Oh man. Then notice how the PS5 has no games crowd are gonna have a field day if this is true. Yeah, you got no games and you got no disk drive. That's even worse. They're just making it worse now. Like bad. It will be an absolute fumble if it doesn't have a disk drive. Hard pass. So yeah, I'm gonna conclude it right here. People are not feeling this thing not having a disk drive. But once again, take it with a grain of salt. This is a rumor, not official from Sony. So who knows? You gotta wait till one of the showcases to give the actual details of what this thing's gonna pertain to the features it has. So definitely want to see your thoughts down below. How you feel about the PS5 Pro looking like this with no disk drive? How do you feel? Leave a like if you like this video, and as always, thanks for watching and peace.